Thank you, Tom. How you doing today? Welcome, fans, to T-Mobile Park on this beautiful Sunday afternoon as the Mariners get ready to take on Cleveland. Who's happen to be at the ballpark today? Everybody. It's an exciting team to watch. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. I'm Rick Biz, and I'm going to be your host over the course of the next 15 minutes or so with this historic Mariners Hall of Fame Roundtable. We got some of the greats here, presented by Alaska Airlines, where we're going to talk to some of the greatest members of all time in the history of our franchise. So without further ado, let's introduce them. First of all, he was the very first member of the Mariners Hall of Fame in 1997, one of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet, Mr. Mariner himself, Alvin Davis. Next up, the longest tenured Mariner of all time in the National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 11, Edgar Martinez. Our next is, he's no introduction, 630 home runs, a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, the kid number 24. The newest member of the Mariners Hall of Fame, and he's going to be a future National Baseball Hall of Famer himself, the man of the hour, number 51, Ichiro.
That's awesome.
Alongside Ichiro is his longtime interpreter, Alan Turner. All right, gentlemen, before we get into this fun discussion about Mariners baseball, these guys' contribution, Ichiro, what a great night last night. Congratulations on becoming the newest member of the Mariners Hall of Fame. But right now, you got a little message you would like to tell the fans here at T-Mobile Park before we get started.
Today, I can't speak English, so I will speak Japanese. Is that okay?
That is just fine.
Yes.
Arigato.
Thank you.
All right, let's get started because these guys were so much a part of the history here in Seattle. Alvin, Edgar, Ken Griffey Jr., and also Ichiro. They all intimately know Ichiro Suzuki, what he meant on the field and off the field. So I want to get everybody's first impression or favorite story about number 51 right here, Ichiro Suzuki. Alvin, I want to start off with you. What's your favorite story about Ichiro?
Thank you, Rick. So many stories I've been able to observe Ichiro over the years and just see the way that he goes about his work, his preparation, his passion and love for the game, and I just respect him beyond measure. All of these guys up here, everything that they've accomplished in their careers. Ichiro, congratulations again. It's been an honor to work beside you and just to see how you impact our organization, the entire game of baseball. I remember I played in Japan and for half a season in 1992. It was Ichiro's rookie year. He was in the minor leagues. And we had an occasion when we went to Kobe and we went to their workout facility. I don't think we were able to take batting practice and prepare on the field that day. And so we went to the workout facility and we worked out there. I got to meet Jim Colburn and Kelvin Torvig, who was on the Major League team at that time. Well, fast forward to 2001. The All-Star game festivities here in Seattle, and my family and I, after one of the festivities, were walking back to the hotel and we visited the baseball card shops, and as I was looking through the case, I saw Ichiro's rookie card from Japan, from the Oryx Blue Wave, and I looked at it and I said, I know that guy. I remember him. I met him over in Kobe years and years and years ago, and here he is in the United States. So I felt a kinship with Ichiro ever since then because of my honor to play in Japan.
So you saw him long before we did.
Yes.
Edgar, you spent a lot of time with this man on the field, in the clubhouse. Do you have a favorite story about Ichiro?
He became foldable. So he came to Alan and said, Alan, can you ask Ichiro to bowl the ball? I remember him saying, I just want an appetizer. So I think it was about 2 innings later, Ichiro pulled the ball and hit a home run. He came around the bases. When he got to the dugout, he told Lou, you happy now? So that was my best story about you.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. Foul balls right over his head, sitting in that folding chair at the third base side. Junior, you're next. You got a favorite Ichiro story? You spent a lot of time with the man.
I don't really have a story. I will tell you, last night when he said that there's life lessons that I've taught him.
It does look just like him.
It's the same. He's taught me life lessons as well. The things that he does that nobody sees in the locker room, the training, the preparation that he has. Being a 38-year-old guy, when I come back, just watching that, it was so impressive. Things that he's done, even to this day, going out, playing there, how he helped the organization. You can't ask for a better guy to do that. And I'm just thankful that he's with us and he will continue to be with us.
They'll be here for a long time. All right, Ichiro, your turn. You spent a lot of time with these guys, the commercials with this young man right here. What's your favorite Ken Griffey Jr. story?
初めてやったのが95年で、27年後が今です。その時からジュニアは何も変わっていない。これが僕がジュニアを尊敬する最大の理由で、ジュニアがやっぱり素晴らしい人間であることの証明だと僕は思っています。
The first time I met Junior was in '95. It's 27 years later now. But he's the same guy that he was back then. He hasn't changed. And I really respect him for that. He treats everybody the same, and that's something that I respect about him the most.
Isn't that great? How many were here at the ballpark last night for Ichiro's induction ceremony? It was one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard. The emotion, just talking about his career, how he got started, even your barking dogs. That was hilarious. Ichiro, what was your favorite moment about the ceremony last night, being inducted as the 10th and newest member of the Mariners Hall of Fame?
もちろんシアトルのファンの方とまた強い関係ができたということが、一番大きかったんですけど、僕の全力のメッセージがワンちゃん2匹に負けたっていう、それがちょっと悲しかったです。
Of course, the fans, to be able to come back and be able to have this special relationship with you guys, that was very special for me last night. But last night the Dogs gave a speech, and I think they beat me to that, and that their speech was better than mine, so it was a great night.
Congratulations.
Those dogs.
Alvin, you were the first one inducted into this very special group, the first one into the Mariners Hall of Fame. Dave Niehaus called you Mr. Mariner. What's been like to see this Hall of Fame grow from when you first started and you see Ichiro go in last night?
Yeah, Rick, as I was sitting here yesterday, it was surreal. For one thing, just being on the field, being these close to these great players, and these great people. They're great men. I just enjoy and love every one of them. Every minute that I get to spend with every one of them was an honor. And I would have never dreamed in '97. I could have never dreamed that it would have been like this experience to be a part of this fraternity. And so I feel honored every time I'm here, and just to be with these guys and what they have meant and built into this organization. Their DNA, their very souls are vibrant in this organization, and they always will be. And I think that's the way that it should be, and I'm just honored to be a part of it.
It's an amazing group. Junior, you first met Ichiro, you said in 1995 at Benihana, one in Cincinnati. What was your first impression at that first meeting?
My first impression is he said hello, and then he says, "Hello, George." So he's been calling me that.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. My memory is like the other one sometimes. Actually, he didn't say that, but I'm just still in there. But you know, we got to talking, and the only reason why I picked Benihana's, which is not traditional Japanese restaurant, is that the head chef was from Tokyo, and I figured that it has something in common with break the ice, and I've had the same chef since I was 6 years old. But you know, we got to talking, and we realized how much we have in common. When you look at everything else going around in this world, and we have a same kind of goal: go out there and be the best baseball players we can be. And he was the best in Japan, and I was still trying to make my way in the States. And you know, after a while, I was able to control the basketball a little bit. You know, so now you got to pass the torch every now and then. But just his competitiveness, his confidence, the way he went out his business day in and day out, that was the most impressive thing. I mean, you watch him day in and day out. It's a work of art. It's nothing that nobody compares.
Well said. Edgar, 2001, this young man shows up. He's the American League Rookie of the Year. We're going to have another one this year. He was the American League MVP in his first year in the big leagues. And Edgar, you had a front row seat to watch this. What was it like watching Ichiro every day during his rookie season?
What stands out for me was how well he knew what he needed to do to be very consistent. He had a routine. Every day he would do the same routine. He had that work ethic. He had a work habit that was very unique, very strong, and his focus. He was laser focused on his work, and he show up, he shows his dedication to that, and also his career. He's very disciplined, and that's something that I admire about him.
What a year in 2001. Ichiro, you mentioned before that you were a big fan of Ken Griffey Jr. Now here comes 2009, and there's whispers that Junior's going to re-sign with the ball club. What were you thinking about Junior coming back at that point? And then you get a chance to play with Junior in 2009. You guys are carried on the shoulders of your teammates at the end of the season. What are your memories before the season, and what was it like to end that year, walking off the field, being carried off by your teammates along with Junior?
あの時の終わりなんですが、もうとても苦しんでいて、最後の大きなピースが必要だったんですけど、ジュニアが来てくれたことで、またマリナーズに戻った、そんな感じの存在でした。マリナーズにまた戻してくれたチーム、バラバラだったチームと最後のピースが戻ったことで戻してくれた、そんな印象です。
We were struggling that year, before that year, and we needed somebody, something to change. And when Junior came, we became the Mariners again, and we were able to get back to being the Seattle Mariners, and he really helped us get back on track.
It's fun having you back, kid. Alvin, Edgar, you guys are working for the organization, special advisors and coaches in the organization. Ichiro's doing the same thing after a long and great career. Likewise, you two, Alvin, Edgar. What's it like to see Ichiro now be a part of the organization, helping out the young players on this ball club and the veteran guys as well?
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, just to see the relationship with Ichiro and Julio have been able to form over the years, and how Ichiro has mentored Julio and spoken to his career. It's been phenomenal to watch and to learn from I quote Ichiro all the time when I'm with our young players and we talk about preparation to piggyback on what Edgar was saying, and just how a part of Ichiro's goal from this preparation was to know who he was on a particular day and to start making little minor and micro adjustments that he needed to be successful at 7:05. And our players need to hear that. Like sometimes our young players don't understand the real goal of their preparation and what each rep represents. And that they can take that into the game at 7:05 or 6:05, whatever time their game starts. And so I quote Ichiro often. I overheard him mention that to one of my young players. So I hope it's okay if I stole that from you. And I use that to share with our players because it just helps them get something to attach their preparation to. So it's not just preparation for the sake of preparation. It has an end goal in mind, and that's to do whatever you need to do to help your team win the game that night.
Yeah, I think what you say, they need preparation, it's a key. But Ichiro has so much knowledge about the game. He's studying the game. Learning and sharing that information with the young players. Have a lot of body and way that the players look like watching him. Again, now he knows about his business, his dedication. He had a lot of value to the young players.
Junior, we had a chance to watch Ichiro's career start in Seattle, end with the Mariners, but over in Tokyo, how many guys can write a script like that? We opened up this 2019 season with a 2-game series against the Oakland A's, sellout crowds for those ball games. And Junior, you were there. You were so kind to join us one game on the radio. What was it like to see that emotion from so many fans in Japan where his career
We have
started?
seats 14 and 15.
Yeah, where's 16?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Riley, move your stuff. I didn't know what you meant at first. So.
Watch him start his career in Japan, I hate to see that. But to be able to end in Japan with his home country, his home fans, the people that have stuck with him for 20 years. It's a movie script, and it was unbelievable to watch. I got chills just sitting there. I couldn't wait for him to come on so I could give him a hug and just say that I love him, I'm proud of him. And, you know, the victory lap is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
That was a lot of fun. It was so much fun to be a part of that, Ichiro. Ladies and gentlemen, on this stage right here in the infield, a grand total with Alvin, Edgar, Ichiro, and Jr., 8,585 games, 9,306 hits, 1,216 home runs, 31 All-Star appearances, 4 batting titles, 2 MVPs, a warm hello to the guys on our panel today, Alvin Davis, Edgar Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr., and the man of the hour, the newest member of the Mariners Hall of Fame, Ichiro. This has been